Compressor serial number 12640, fan and fan guard removed. You can see here the front swash plate and the initial bearings which are under the swash plate. Rotating the crankshaft, you can see here more clearly the blue spring and how this bar moves as the compressor is rotated by hand. This will be an adjustment that we'll make on the machine. You can see there clearly on the left hand side that just at this point here you can see the level of rotation, 360 degrees, and the amount of play in that thrust rider. Second thing to observe is that doesn't look like there's been much lubrication put on the bearings. The discoloration is due to heat. The colour should be blue, and it does appear from first looking at it that it hasn't been lubricated for quite a while. The marks on the bearings I think will wipe off. I think these are simply hard grease marks. There's one there in particular. I think that could be removed just simply with a cloth. And we'll just see if we can just do that while we're filming. Yeah, it's just hard grease that builds up. The actual thrust riders themselves look in good condition. They don't appear to be worn. It's purely a case of lack of lubrication. I think this should be a small amount of lubrication should be put on this thrust rider here. Once every 30 hours is sufficient, and just a small amount on the end of your finger I think should be sufficient. Again, if we look up and we look at the three pistons themselves, this is the third stage piston. This is the first stage piston at the 12 o'clock position, and this is the second stage piston at the 9 o'clock position. And you can see by the look, there's adequate lubrication. There's a little bit of witness of lubricant mark coming out of the bearing race. We'll take these bearings apart and just take the heads apart and just have a look inside to make sure there's no wear material. It does again appear that these haven't been lubricated for quite a while. And this amount of lubricant I think is minimal. Judging by the age and the condition of the lubricant, it does appear that they haven't been lubricated probably since new. Again, this is something that should be done once every 30 hours. And there's a small Zerk grease nipple here. Grease gun, 4 or 5 pumps of the gun is sufficient to draw out all the old grease and to obviously replace the housing with new. The grease is housed in this little housing here, and it migrates through a race into the ball race of the bearing, and that lubricates the compressor. This is done on all 3 stages. As you can see, once again, it does appear that there is lubricant there, but by the age of it and the discoloration, it does look like it's rather old. That's the front end of the compressor. We'll remove now all 3 stages just to have a look. We can also see what the pistons look like inside, and we can make a judgment as far as any damage or any additional wear that's been done in addition to the standard service items. Other than that, the compressor appears to be in good condition. It rotates freely by hand. As I say, with a little adjustment here before we go any further, we'll take these three bolts off now, and we'll have a look inside just to make sure that everything is in good working order. Thank you.